Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are taking on more of the memorial battles that came out. So this is Dragon Ball Saga versus Gogeta. So you have to show Dragon Ball Saga can beat all the hard content in the game. I'm probably going to peter out soon though, because the content's getting really hard for 9th anniversary. We just got some new stuff like today. I haven't attempted it yet, so we'll see. But look forward to probably some videos on that. I might showcase some of the new units too, we'll see. But yeah, I've just been having fun with all the content. So here we are against the Gogeta fight. Once again, I found Broly and Gogeta both to be like very difficult in their own ways, right? So I think the Broly was a little harder just because you can't dodge in that Broly, Chila, and Lemo phase. I think you can dodge all the way through here, but I could be wrong. I'd have to double check. It's all a blur at this point. I've just been so busy and kind of doing stuff, so... but yeah, we got it done, and once again, you know, normal stuff. The tech trio here putting up very nice attack stats. LR Yamcha, you know, just dominating like he always does. We love our boy LR Yamcha. LR Yamcha fan club right here. I was saying in my last video, though, I'm just really excited for whenever that physical kid Goku Easy 8s, because he's still actually putting up some decent work. He's supporting orb changing. Provides damage reduction to everybody, which is crazy. Still puts up okay-ish attack stats. You know, I'll still take a 10 million attack stat. It's just he's he's relegated to more of like a support unit than an on rotation unit. But sometimes we have to use him on rotation if we're just doing full Dragon Ball Saga. It's just how it is, right? So yeah, first phase done. Pretty quick and easy there. We've got a tech phase here. Tech doesn't really bother this team because our only AGL unit we're running is Aider, and he's got Mega Unga Bunga damage reduction, so he really doesn't care about being type disadvantage. I mean, if he's type disadvantage against, you know, like a 3 million attack super, even with full damage reduction, he'll still take a lot, but I think he'll live pretty much anything in the game. And I said this before, especially if you can get Kid Goku with some extra damage reduction support, he's just pretty crazy. Pretty dang crazy. But yeah, right now on Dokkan, it's just crazy because we just got, you know, we got the Awakenings for the free-to-play units. We've got the EZA for the login Gogeta. We got Broly, Chila, and Lemo. So, like, a lot of things that I could be doing videos on. We got Bardock and Gine, and we got the Broly Paragus. So, depending on what I have time for, I may want to showcase some of those units. We'll see how things go. But yeah, just... a lot of, like, it's nice because I was kind of feeling like a little bit in a lull, and now we just got like a nice boost of content again. And this should be enough content to take us until, you know, we get Beast Gohan. So this will be kind of a really fun, exciting part of the anniversary because there's a lot to do right now. And like I said, I think that'll kind of keep us occupied until Beast comes. And then all heck's going to break loose when we get Beast Gohan and the Gammas. I'm very excited to summon on both of their banners. Beast, I would like to rainbow if possible, and he's got a really nice banner, being a Dokkan Fest. But the thing with the Gammas, they've actually got a really nice Carnival banner with a lot of stuff I need. So for a Carnival banner, they've actually got a really nice banner. So I'm looking forward to possibly summoning on that as well. And then we've got a World Tournament. Yeah, so this weekend's going to be crazy because we got a World Tournament, and then I'm excited for the Cal and Caulifla Awakenings. There are ones I still haven't gotten rainbowed yet. Hopefully I get lucky and pull them on the featured banner. We'll see. So here we are on Super Saiyan Gogeta. So we still have this, and then we still have a blue Gogeta, and then they've got like a sneaky phase at the end as well. Both of these fights, I think they have like one additional phase that you're kind of like not expecting. All right, so Bulma looking pretty good there. Yamcha, I mean, we're full 24 key around here. This Gogeta hits pretty hard, but being that's not the last phase, I think we can take it down fairly quickly. Fairly quickly indeed. But yeah, I'm also excited to just play around with like the Broly Paragus and like the Bardock and Gine a bit, because they're characters that I feel like they got released on JP, and I think people did some videos on them right away, but they're not really seen a lot on team builds. So I would like to try them out a little bit, especially Broly and Paragus, because they're like a really solid like support unit that you can use. I think they support Joined Forces or Pure Saiyans, which covers a lot of really good units in the game. So I would like to be able to use them a bit more. I just remember their teams were very restricted, right? Because they're going to be what? Pure Saiyans, and they're going to be Joined Forces. But like I think they might miss things like they're not on movie bosses or super bosses because Paragus is on the card. Like Paragus just wrecks the categories for the card. I'll have to look at it again. I mean, maybe they were nice and put them on super bosses, but I don't think they did. Another unit that would be really cool for Broly's team is there's that STR banner unit Broly that just, he was so bad like on release. I don't know what they're thinking with him. Hopefully they can give him an easy A and make him good, but he's like, so he still feels like kind of a new unit. So I mean, it's going to be a while probably till the easy A him. The thing with easy A's, like I'm not so much as concerned with like if it's been too long or not long enough or whatever for a unit. It's all about proper timing for the team. Like to me, I think the most important thing with an easy A is time it when the team is getting buffs and the team is relevant. There's nothing more annoying than an irrelevant easy A because the team isn't ready for it, right? And we've seen this plenty in the past. So like, yeah, that STR Broly, if they just randomly easy A him at some point and like gets to the point where this new Broly here, like the team is a little bit more dead, then it's not going to be cool, right? There was what, like a physical banner unit Sin Shenron that got an easy A that like, yeah, it seems he could be okay, but there's like no team for him, right? I think one of the worst ones they did was, especially we're seeing it now in JP, but there's that free-to-play Casserole and Pride Trooper unit. They had like a really good easy A for like when they got it, they were kind of crazy actually. But U11 had nothing. And now that U11 is relevant again, they've phased out. Like that's just an example of like mistiming an easy A. So I think Dokkan's just got to make sure they're not just easy-ing units randomly for no reason or because they're so old. Like I'm okay if a unit like is way past due for an easy A as long as they're waiting for the right time to do it. That's the big thing. Yeah, because there's just been a lot of easy A's that have just come at like the wrong time. I would say another good example is the Tech LR Fusion Zamasu Goku Black Joint Forces unit. They were the best yellow coin easy A when they came out. The problem is the Goku Black and Zamasu stuff was really outdated and bad. And then when we got the worldwide with all that stuff, they were still usable, but they phased out quick and really weren't. They got pushed off the team almost immediately. So it's really too bad for them too. They kind of had a mistimed one. Like if they would have just waited on that for worldwide and then made them better, right? Same thing with that Casserole unit. If they were easying him now and they just like upped his stats, like because his core kit of what he does is very good. But they just need to up his numbers to fit today's content, right? So that's the hard thing. And that's what happens like with the world tournament units a lot. It's pretty common because they're like typically the world tournament stuff, it's just a random hodgepodge of stuff they're getting awakenings and easy A's just whenever their tournament is up, that's when they get it. And their teams may or may not be relevant at the time, right? So an example on global, the Cal and Cleeflo awakenings are actually kind of relevant because U6 is getting a lot of buffs right now. So that's actually kind of good. But then there are other things like there's an Int Gohan that's like a Cell Saga support. Well, Cell Saga isn't in the best spot right now, so like we don't really need him right now. Like he would be better to get an easy later when we're doing a bunch of Cell Saga stuff. Like when the STR Exchange Goku Gohan was easying, right? That would be a good time for that unit. But anyways, you guys get the point, right? It's Dokkan. You can't be perfect, and there's a lot of units, right? Like you have to easy them at some point. You can't make it all line up perfectly. Here goes the Tech Trio hitting like a 13 mil. You can usually tell when their intro's worn off because they kind of drop off of those 17 mil attack stats, dip down to more like 12, 13, but they're still doing their thing, and we're dodging, right? So physical Gogeta here, we can dodge, so that makes me feel good about this fight. And you can see a lot of dodging there coming through. That's the cool thing about, dodging is like if you build every unit with a full dodge build, even old crappy units, you technically have a chance to beat any fight in the game as long as it allows dodging. You need like a ton of RNG, especially if you can't do enough damage. And if your damage is too weak, it becomes impossible because the RNG can't be on your side for that long. So you need the thing with this Dragon Ball Saga, it's a nice combo of we need RNG dodging. We've got a couple of units in Bulma and Ader that can straight out tank stuff. And then we got a nice, the Yamcha and Tech Trio that can dish out enough damage to get you through the fight that you're not depending on the RNG too long. So that's why I think this team works, man. Like, it just does. And it's a team that I don't know, probably a year ago, I actually considered pretty top tier. You know, whenever I started my playlist for these videos, I was completing the hardest content with this team, and then I was doing it with the quote unquote like meta teams, and I actually found it harder with some of the meta teams. So, yeah, I think it's great. And that's why, guys, I would never like discount free to play units. There are some insane free to play units, you know, currently in the game, and then also in this game's history. 30 mil for Yamcha, by the way. Just casual 30 mil shot there. But a good example of like a really busted free-to-play unit for a long time was LR Master Roshi. When he came for 6th anniversary, he was like the crown gem of free-to-play units, and he was the best free-to-play unit in the game for a long time. Had dodge, had revive, had support, like just everything, man. Such a good one. So definitely, like, I feel like it's always worth your time to farm free-to-play units. Even if they're not good on release, they could become good later. Or even if they're not good ever, it's a unit that you still get, like, rewards for grinding them up most of the time. And it's just nice having options in your box. Sometimes you might just need a filler spot. If you end up ever getting serious about link leveling, you'll eventually run out of units to link level. You're going to want to link level all of these free-to-play units, even if they're not good. I'm to the point right now, I'm link leveling TURs and SSRs of units. So they just dropped the new event where it's a link leveling stage and you can only use super bosses or movie heroes on like each stage. And literally I did not have enough units to fill out a team. So I just had to pick like some random unawakened SSRs to fill out the team. But most people won't be in my situation. I think I'm approaching a 7 million power level. So I'm definitely getting there. So yeah, and I'm definitely going to start to slow down. All right, so we got it done there. And that Gogeta, was that? Okay, so that was the last phase. So he didn't have a surprise phase. It was just physical Gogeta. It was just that Broly. So I don't know. I would say the Gogeta to me was a little bit easier just because you can dodge the whole way through. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. We got it done again with Dragon Ball Saga. This also nets me a mission for all typings done as well. So yeah, an 11-minute run. There you go. We did use the Weeses, but we got it done. So anyways, let me know what y'all think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.